Billet d'embarré, moi je suis heureux, moi je suis heureux. Billet cobaré, et joyeux anniversaire, et joyeux anniversaire. Billet d'embarré, moi je suis heureux, moi je suis heureux. Billet cobaré, et joyeux anniversaire. Billet d'adoré, billet fêtier, billet d'embarré, joyeux anniversaire. Billet d'adoré, billet fêtier, billet d'embarré, joyeux anniversaire.
LouVision. I'm your host Luti. Today I'm here with Fatima Diallo from Miss Guinea USA, the CEO of Miss Guinea USA, along with Fatima Balde, 2008 contestant.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, welcome to LouVision.
Thank you.
How's it going?
Good. Good. The show is coming again.
That's good.
We're excited.
We're excited.
All right. You are known for Miss Guinea. You know, everyone knows you from Miss Guinea, but can you give us a little bit of background on you?
As a normal me,
Yeah.
I am
Fatima Diallo. Yeah.
Fatima Diallo is a mother now,
Okay.
a wife, a sister, and a daughter. And also, I am Gambian, Guinean, Mauritanian. So really, I am West Africa because I grew up in the Gambia, and many people call me Gambian. But yeah, I know Gambia most of my life, so I appreciate being there. And also, my origin is Guinean. My parents, my ancestors came from Guinea.
Which village?
Satina, Labe.
Okay.
It's in Labe. Yeah. So, and also Kundara. So yeah.
Where is Kundala?
Kundara is in Guinea. It's
Okay.
one of the cities, and it's really rich.
Oh, so that's
in
good.
resources, of course.
That's good. Well, tell us, why did you start Miss Guinea? What was the need for you to start that?
I think I came here in 2004,
Okay.
and maybe some people they don't know that. But when I came here, the first thing I noticed was I was different. I came to a country where I didn't feel like I fit. When I was in the Gambia growing up, I knew I fit. I knew where to go. I know my friends. But when I came here, my sister was my friend. My mom was also the friend that I talked to. So she became my best friend. And then when I go to school, I have these people that call me African, you know, and I'm thinking, what is wrong with being African? But then I realized something was wrong with being African. Thankfully, they started bullying me, but I was not no one to be bullied because, you know. And then you have other people on the second floor, like the top floor, who were ESL students.
Yeah.
And all the time you have people bullying them, calling them you're this dark African, or Africans are, you know, smells. You know, I'm sure many young people can relate to that. And then also, I see most of my friends not recognizing who they are. You know, they call themselves, or when you ask them, what's your name? They give you a Jamaican name. And it is a fact, and it's really true.
Jamaican name.
Yeah. So because I used to go to Broadway. We all know Dus Van Sank, you know, like Broadway, that building. But then when you go there, you see these young Guineans. They call themselves Jamaicans rather than saying, I am Guinean. So I felt that is a problem. You know, I didn't grow up in Guinea, but I know that I am proud to say that I am Guinean, Gambian, or whatever it is, you know, that I'm African.
Yeah.
And then I also see the youth, like people my age, going to events and wearing high boots and a dress. I also thought there's something wrong with that. If we have our mothers wearing all this boo-boo, beautiful clothes and dancing to our music, what is wrong with us not embracing that? And you go to the hair salons. Another problem, because most of the young people, also my generation, did not think that college was important. So they felt that maybe hair braiding would be the most, you know, the easiest thing, and it's easier to make money and be able to generate something to send it back home. Mm-hmm. I agree with whatever that you decide to do. But I also felt that education is important. You know, you have to at least learn something, be able to be skilled in something. So, and then in 2007, I had my first fashion show with a friend of mine named Maria. And then in 2008, I had a party where Fatima Balde hosted her, birthday, and we didn't even know.
Wow.
She just contacted me and she said, "Oh, I want to have my birthday. I'm celebrating my birthday." And she was, she's still the same person. And that's
10 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in 2008, I was like, parties is not something that I feel will embrace, our culture and also empower young women. So I said, why not push it to have like Miss Guinea? And people ask me, why not Miss Gambia? And I said, no, I want to learn about Guinea. So I think the girls will teach me that and I'll be able to learn something from them. So that's how Miss Guinea came about. And thankfully, I hope now we're able to, embrace and be proud of who we are. And we get a lot of education on the stage, and the people, they take that. And also, Fatima Balde was one of the first contestants that applied for the Miss Guinea.
Now Fatima Balde.
Yeah, I'm Fatima Balde, one of the contestants of 2008, as you mentioned, in the first runner-up in 2008. Outside of the pageant, I'm also a mother. I'm a mother now. I am a wife as well. I have my degree under Health Services Administration, and currently I am working as a preventive case worker contracted by Children's Services in New York, which is ACS. Pretty much that's it.
All right.
And I'm part of the organization since 2008.
It's been 9 years now, and next year it will be 10 years. How has it been?
It has been a roller coaster.
Right.
It has been. It's never easy to start something. And when I started Miss Guinea, I was 22. Imagine someone that never took business. Okay, I was like, done with high school, going to college, but then I didn't know what I was doing, really, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I just got up and said, let's do something. And that thing that was started in 2008 was just to be an organization of change, empowering young people and empowering others who are coming to watch the show. But I didn't know where we're going with the show. We just knew that it happened this year, and then it's going to happen next year. But then it continued that way. And then until we realized this is something that's actually working and is helping so many people, and young women coming to the show, learning from what we are teaching them. And especially Fatima, when she competed in 2008, right after that, she came into the organization. She was one of the first people that came into the organization and said, I want to be involved. So she's like a co-founder of the organization.
That's nice.
Maybe she can explain her own experience with the 9 years. But I would say that we work so hard. We have great team. My mother was my backbone. And maybe Fatima will say the same thing. So the greatest support I had was my mother. So every single time we go through situations, they will be crying. We call each other, oh my God, why did this happen? Because you want the show to be perfect. Yeah. And not only that, people forget, like, it's not only the show. And that show too, to make it happen, you spend so much money to make it happen. You have scholarship to give away. So you're not worrying about the tickets alone. Tickets will never be able to accommodate everything that you're supposed to be spending. But we continue and we say we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Are we going to have it as a business or non-profit? We don't know. But we're still going to do it because we know that at least the flag and the country and the young women are learning from what we're doing.
Yeah.
So I think I will let Fatima
speak
on the contestants and the things we have achieved over the years.
Yeah, like she said that I started as a contestant, and the reason why I decided to join was part of it. I was involved in a similar activity in school, in high school, like at the African Club. And then when I saw Miss Guinea, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe let me participate. So during my birthday party, the party she hosted, I asked her, I said, she was like, call me. I called her, It's funny because I was part of helping recruiting more contestants, even though I wanted to be part of it. Yeah. I remember I recruited a few other girls to be part of it, and then we had to compete because we just looked at it. It's like a show, just for the fun of it. And I was the first runner-up. The day of that show, everybody was just calling me number two, because I had the number 2.
I remember that. Yeah.
And when I go to Broadway, everybody just see me. Oh, Fatima, number 2. It was like an exciting thing. People are noticing who you are. And after the show, I decided to stick around. We were doing all these fundraising events, like involving ourselves in the community with other organizations that's been there. And from there, that's just how, it grew. Like she said, it's been like a roller coaster ride. It's not easy to put together a production, like especially a production that is growing every year. There's a lot of ups and downs. Like she said, her mom is her backbone. She's our backbone. She's the one that like when things are not looking good, she's the one who brings the positive spirit. Like she'd be like, it will be fine. Like she tried to bring that, we'd be like, but no, it's, it's supposed to be like this, like that. And one of the toughest thing is actually trying to get other young girls involved, especially if we have these parents who have a different mindset. They, like when you tell them about Miss Guinea, oh my God, they have a different meaning of it. But behind the scene, our meaning is really trying to showcase the Guinean culture, the talent, And as part of, as you can see, throughout all these years, we never had a segment where there's like a bikini or sportwear or anything like that, And from there, at the beginning it was hard to recruit, but here and there I'll have my connection, like, hey, let's participate. And then the next day, people from other states are calling to partake in it, and that's how we started to expand and evolve. So I'm glad I was there at the beginning, and we started from nothing, and we worked our way, and we're working our way, and ultimately we're gonna get there, And we both are married now. We have our own kids, and who knows? Maybe the children might take over one day. So yeah.
That's good.
That's that.
That's good. I wanted to know, what is Miss Guinea's relationship with previous winners?
So our relationship with winners is always to be able to have them as a sister. So we call it a sister-sister relationship. So if you also, maybe you see, like outside of just this interview, most of our contestants become friends. Like let's say, for example, Fatima participated in 2008. Whoever participated in 2009 is now looking towards Fatima as a sister. Yeah. So they start contacting each other. Like, for example, this year, we have some of the contestants, for example, Ajaratu, Tene, and the rest of them, who are saying, my mentor is Serif, and others are saying, my mentor is Bernadette. So we have all these girls who are looking to the other contestants and saying, that's my mentor. So our goal with the winners and contestants together is for us to build that unique sisterhood where we are able to evolve. And, like next year, we have CEOs, another CEO, another founder. So I think Fatima can also elaborate on that, because we have so many CEOs now and founders of organizations, and we are very proud of that.
Yeah, that's true. We are happy to see that most of our contestants have expanded the platform. That when they first came in, they had no idea. They just knew, we're going to do this walk and stuff. Somebody's going to be a winner. I'm going to be appearing here and there. But we actually pushed them to do work. And as a result, most of them have their own NGO. I can list very few. We have Bernadette, who has her
the
B project.
Yeah.
We have Sharif, who has the
Education Alliance.
The
Education
Alliance.
Yeah.
We have Jane Samura, who has a project in
cleaning the
streets of Conakry. We have
Sharif,
Fatou Sharif, who has the deaf organization, and who else?
We have Mariama Nene Haidara.
Mariama Nene Haidara. Oh my God, she has her own cosmetic line. She has her own fashion line.
Mm-hmm.
She's really up there. She came into the pageant as she was a dancer. She used to dance. She enjoyed dancing, and now she's an entrepreneur.
Oh, from Ohio.
Yeah.
From Ohio.
Oh, okay, got it.
She's really doing her thing, and now she's an entrepreneur. So it's like these girls come has no idea, and then ultimately
They build from there.
they build from there. You know, we push them to expand their platform, to work on it, and at the end, just make sure you give back.
Give back to the organization. Just give back your time. Be there, be involved. Talk about what we do so that other young women can also benefit just like the way you benefited. So the idea is a circle. We need to just continue. We need to roll the ball to be able to get more people empowered. And also talking about people who did something. Corinne Conde, you know, she came in 2015 and she had an idea, a very smart girl. She had an idea, I want to do something, but then she didn't know what she wanted to do. And then all of a sudden we are here having like a woman award ceremony, which was very successful. You were there.
I was there.
Yeah, and then most of the girls that were awarded that night, and I'm sure she did her research to know who's doing what, were the Miss Guinea USA contestants. Most of them, all these young women. So I'm telling you, I was sitting there almost like crying how proud we are of her and also of all the contestants that are doing good.
That's good.
Yeah.
So I would like to ask, how have Miss Guinea improved from 2008 to now?
We improved from lights.
Go ahead.
We improved from lights shutting down on us and having a situation where the location we have to vacate on time, and also the crying all night because we are not able to achieve some of the goals that we wanted to achieve, being maybe in the production, especially in production because it was more intense, but now we can sit down, and the contestant, the recruiting, she mentioned that earlier, it was harder to be able to get girls to be involved because always we get this ideology from parents who don't know what we do or never seen it, that the girls are exposed, like
naked on the stage.
Yeah, so bikini. And I always say, how can we dress the girls in bikini if we can never wear bikini on stage? So that is already, common sense. But no, we also understood where they're coming from. You have to protect your children, and we understand that, which is the reason why we, continue with the moral value of our country and of our ancestors, not to have our, the girls exposed. Because if you're exposing the girls, you're no longer empowering them. Then it defeats the purpose of empowering the young girls. So definitely, now we have girls applying everywhere. So applications are coming in all the time. And we are very happy to know we are able to reach everyone around the world, I would say. Because even this year we have a girl coming from Belgium who's representing Georgia, who's here in Georgia sometimes. So we are happy to know that. However, we are not able to take everyone, because we have to be able to limit the production and the time. But we hope to reach girls around the world as we continue with our projects that we're going to be doing from now on.
Yeah, so definitely, we grew a lot, and if every year we are growing. So we always learn from, the mistakes that we done from the previous year. We try to improve it. So I feel like we're like on the ladder like this. We just started from here and we're going up. So there was despite there was like a bumpy road in between, but, and that comes with it. You can never do something, everything go perfect 100%. We had issues with the venues. We had, I can't really go into detail because one of the year where we had to cancel the show and postpone it because the contract we signed apparently was not forwarded to the Board of Ed, and Board of Ed was not aware of it. And that was like a big crush on us, like where to a point we almost lost hope. How are we going to regain back after all this promotion? How are we going to regain the audience back, But yet we had her mom there that she's like the positive, you can never hear a negative thing about her, she's always pushing. And when you're hearing that positivity, that helps you push forward. And I'm really, no matter the struggle behind the scene, I feel like we are going.
Why are you excited?
9 years of struggle, and finally we're still hanging on.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's exactly what she just said. She answered that because I say to myself, oh, it's so hard. It's, things are not easy. We have to get this done. We have to, you stress yourself out anyway.
Mentally,
You know,
Yeah,
right?
You kill some brain cells. It's
Right.
like being in college, the whole 4 years. The struggle you go to trying to make sure your term paper are on time. Some professors that are so difficult, you have to do everything you can to get what you need done and those A's, you know. And then at the same time, you balance in school and work. And then comes to that 4th year mark where you're signing up to graduate in June. You know how that feel? Like, oh my God! Even if it's
It
high
feels
school,
so
no
good.
matter, even if it's an associate degree,
Yeah,
you know, you're getting, that's a lot.
It is.
it's an
Let
accomplishment.
alone a bachelor or a master and so on and so
Yeah.
forth. Because what you go through, especially, you know, us immigrant here, our family back home rely on us. So we have to balance it with work. So with all that struggle and then finally you get that, you walking down that stage, it's like, oh
It
wow.
feels
So
good.
we are on that stage, we are
Yeah.
on that wow moment, even though, you know, we have more year to go, but the 10th year mark, that's somebody's child just turned 10 years old. You know?
Because
So it's a
Lutin,
great feeling.
I'm sure you know, when you have there are many organizations that were here, like let's say 5 years ago. Maybe you don't hear them anymore because of the struggle and challenges they face, and they decided this is not for us. We could have left. We could have said, you know what, with all the postponements, all the things that happened to us, all the maybe the people that did not appreciate us or what we are doing, and maybe they did not see us.
The negative comments.
The negative comments and all these exposures we had on social media. For me, for instance, I had the biggest scandal last year, or year before that, you know. You have people writing about you as if they know who you are, and saying that you're exploiting these girls, you're using them, you're doing this and you're doing that. But then by yourself, alone, you sit down and you say, everything I do is positive. How come they don't see that? You know? But then it's not for them to see. It's for you to understand what you're doing. So for now, us sitting here and talking about 10 years, it is a really big accomplishment. Maybe we're not financially where we want to be. Maybe we're not stable where we're able to like increase our scholarship and give $5,000, $10,000 and become like this sensational organization for our community and for the young people to be able to take so much money and go back home and invest, just like what we're doing. Because our platforms, when the money is given to you, it's not for school. And there's nothing wrong with that. The money is given to you for you to invest back home on your platform, which is also going to improve you as a human being. And, you know, add that to your resume, it will help you. So we are very thankful to God that we are at this stage. And we also believe that many people who will look at this video will know what we are doing and why we're doing what we're doing. And we're hoping that they can donate going forward, because we are now 501c3. So we are very happy.
That's
Yeah,
good.
we have our
Congratulations.
non-for-profit.
Yeah.
Thank you both for coming to LouVision today, and keep continuing to empower young women,
Thank you.
young Guinean women or African women.
Yeah.
And thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you
having
for
us.
having